Okay, so we're now approaching Castle Roundabout. And as you can see, we've got very early lane guidance markings. So if we want to turn left, we take the left-hand lane. Or if we want to go straight ahead or right, we're going to be taking the right-hand lane. So our intention is to turn right, so I'm checking centre mirror, right mirror, putting a right-hand signal on before positioning into the right-hand lane. The intention is to turn right on this occasion, so it's to the centre disc. There's the marking for the A36. There's the kicker, which throws us out into the second of the two A36 lanes. So if it's free, we drive on the left, so we typically take the left-hand lane. At this point, we're checking our mirrors, changing the signal from right to left. Final scan to the left, nobody's overshooting. Moving the car along. So our intention is to go straight ahead. Lights are green, short shifting into second gear, checking the yellow box junction is clear, which it is. And we then position into this lane, being aware we have a bus lane to our left. And at this point, we can put a left-hand signal on. So as normal, we'll be driving reasonably straight ahead to begin with to avoid nibbling anything from the lane to our right, but we have to be mindful that there is a bus lane which runs curbside, so we won't be going completely to the curb, going quite straight, making our turn here, avoiding that bus lane, positioning A345. Okay, so we're starting our approach to Castle Roundabout, and we're approaching it from the Amesbury, Old Sarum sort of end of town, and our intention is to make a simple left first exit. So having got around that obstacle, we're checking centre mirror, left signal, positioning into the left lane, and as we can see, we've got an amber light, so we now can just bring the car to a controlled, gentle halt. And the lights have just changed, so we can take the car out of gear and just get the environmental benefit there of the stop start. As we sit here just frequently scanning the mirrors, we've got a cycle lane to our near side, and obviously now we aren't moving forward, motorbikes could be filtering through, so we're just being very aware of what's going on all around us. Amber light, clutch down, engage first gear, 3 mirror sweep as we move the car forward. Got a warning of a height restriction, a slippery road for the next half a mile and a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. And our intention is to take the A36 towards Warminster. So if you just look at the route board now, we can see Ring Road, Warminster A36 is right-hand lane. So right mirror, right signal. Shoulder check, position the car into the right-hand lane. So the car is positioned here in lane 1, should either be taking the first exit left, which is the A36 in the opposite direction, so towards St Mark's Roundabout, or they can go straight ahead into the city centre. This lane is for turning right. And so we are looking for floor markings for the A36. Checking we're clear. There's the A36, and we go to the left-hand lane of the two, as it is free and clear to do so. We continue on round, remaining in our lane. And at this point, we change our right signal to a left signal, having first checked that left mirror. We drive almost straight to the curb line to keep us out of the second lane of the A36. And our intention is to go to the city centre. So we'll look to take in information as we approach from the signs that will give us guidance on where we should be positioning. So city centre, you can just see there on the green route marker boards, clearly identified we need to be in the right hand of these 3 lanes. So I'm checking my mirrors, shoulder, right hand signal, positioning the car across, all nice and early, all nice and controlled. So mirror signal position, we're now in the speed phase. Get the speed down and the lights are going to hold us. So the speed phase becomes a stop. Just put the signal on again because it's automatically cancelled there. And then if you look to the floor marking, so beyond the yellow box junction, the hatching, the inside lane nearest the centre disc is marked city centre. So that's where we'll be heading for. In the screen as it is starting to rain. Little scan of all mirrors now, just keeping awareness of what's around us, looking for anybody who's filtering. We've got a lorry alongside us which may need some more space, so we're aware of that. Checking the mirrors, looking to the right, nobody's overshooting, and then we're positioning centre disc. Second set of lights are also green. There's the kicker which throws us right out into the city centre lane. At which point we change our right hand signal to a left hand signal, as our intention is to exit into the city centre. Lights changing, 3 mirror sweep. Again, we drive almost straight ahead till we get somewhere near the curb line, and that positions us beautifully for the city centre lane. Leaving it in first gear because we've got the height restriction sign, and this bend is looking very tight. Just around it we find quite a narrow bridge. On this occasion we're clear to flow through. So that's Castle Roundabout. We're approaching on the A36 and we want to continue on the A36. So I'm checking my mirrors, giving space to these cars in case they want to come on. Looking at the green sign there, we can see the A36 lane. We can approach that in either of these 2 lanes. So the lane we're currently in or the outer lane. Of course, of least resistance on this occasion is lane 1 anyway. And as a point of principle, we drive in the left lane, so lane 1 in this instance of the 2 lanes, unless traffic flow necessitates that we overtake or need to use the other lane for maximum space and flow through the hazard. So checking our mirrors, quick glance to the right, second gear while the wheels are straight, left mirror left signal, exiting into lane 1. Behind us we are approaching Castle Roundabout, and our intention is to flow into the city centre, which is the very first exit to the left. So we're just getting a view of the marker board there, so we want to take that first left hand exit. So that's confirmed by the paint markings on the floor. So I'm checking my centre mirror, left mirror, particularly as the speed is right down now, so just checking those cycles are coming alongside. Glance to the left, and then what you'll see is this lane divides, so I'm keeping to the extreme left. Actually the lights are going to cause us to pause, which is quite helpful at this stage. So you can see in this lane I can either take the extreme left to the city centre, which is my intention, or also continue straight ahead in the A36 lane, the first of 2 A36 lanes, so the left hand A36 lane. That will hopefully become a bit clearer. I appreciate it's a wet day and you may not be able to read all the floor markings on the camera at the moment, but hopefully that will be a bit clearer as we move the car forward. So we're waiting for our lights to change, again frequently scanning all 3 mirrors for anyone filtering, and now smoothly moving the car forward. So there's the city centre markings and the A36 to the right of me. I could have taken either of those lanes, keeping the speed and gear very low here because it's quite an acute bend and we've been warned of this height restriction. 12 o'clock exit. So let's have a look at the route board, which conveniently we're going to pause at now. So we've got the first little stubby exit there, which is the city centre, and then the main arterial routes go through to the A36 straight ahead, or the A345 to Amesbury. So our intention is to take the 12 o'clock exit. Now, normal roundabout convention would dictate that unless stated otherwise, a 12 o'clock exit is approached from the left-hand lane. So at this moment, on the information we have available to us, we are positioned correctly. Quick mirror scan before moving the car again after being stationary. And now we're looking to the floor markings to confirm that. So A36 is this lane, but also the right-hand lane. So either lane is acceptable. So if there were heavy traffic, I mean, both lanes now are reasonably equally trafficked. But if we were looking to make a little bit more progress, we could quite legitimately use lane 2. The lights have just changed, taking the gear, 3 mirror scanning. Okay, the car ahead has got itself into the wrong lane, so we're just giving him space. Checking the lights are still green. And you see a dotted line appears, and we keep that to the right hand side of our car, which flows us neatly into the inside lane of the two A36 lanes. Checking our left hand mirror, left hand signal, then heading straight for the curb line to keep us out of the lane next to us, the other A36 lane, and then we can exit safely. Which is Castle Roundabout, is to make a right hand turn taking the A345 to Amesbury. So I'm checking my mirrors, centre mirror, right signal, shoulder check, positioning early to the right hand lane. Now we can start taking information from the route boards. A345 Amesbury is very clearly indicated as a right hand turn. Road markings confirm we're in the right lane, so it's right mirror right signal, but we position now to the extreme right lane. Have we got space beyond the box junction? And the answer is yes, we have. So as you can see now, A345 is clearly marked on this inside lane. Looking ahead now to the traffic lights, which are currently green. Is the box junction clear? And the lights have changed, so we've had to come to a halt there, which is fortuitous because we can now look, if you look to the curb line, you can see a kicker just that sort of joins the corner of the yellow box junction. There's a kicker, a white kicker markings, hatch markings, which join the yellow box junction. If we follow that line, it will naturally throw us out to the A345 lane. Lights are green, moving the car forward. There's the kicker, throws us out A345. Note the bus lane to our left-hand side. And I've just checked my mirrors and changed my right-hand signal to a left-hand signal, but we must be aware that there is a bus lane to our left-hand side. So we've got bus lane to the left, A36 going back towards St Mark's Roundabout to our right-hand side. So we need to keep our positioning reasonably central as we move across this yellow box junction. 3 mirror scanning as the lights change, looking to the left, nobody's overshooting. And that positions us neatly into the A345. New road, new mirrors.